Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about some of the books that I am currently reading. And some of the books are a mixture of writing books, and some of them are just fiction books. And since I'm doing NaNoWriMo, I'm always looking for books for writing, like plot-wise, or just anything that will help me through it. So hopefully if you're any chance of doing it yourself, maybe these books might help you out. So getting started on what books I am currently reading. Starting off is Wicked by Gregory Markwire. And this is kind of like based on, like the whole play, the Broadway show, Wicked. And so this is like the book that's based off of. And this is like if you like Wizard of Oz and you want to know about the backstory of the Wicked Witch of the West, this is a really interesting book. So far, I'm kind of like enjoying it so far. I mean, I'm actually like spacing it out because like there's different parts of the story and stuff. So within each part, I'm like, read, then read something else, then come back. So, plus, what's the hurry? So, and I also like the colors that's green. So, it's cool. Another book that I'm currently reading is called No Plot, No Problem, a low-stress, high-velocity guide to writing a novel in 30 days. And so far, this is actually really interesting to read. And this is a book on how to write a book in 30 days. And so if you're doing NaNoWriMo, this is an interesting book to check out if you're interested. Sorry about the bookmark. I had none, so I used whatever M&M wrapper I found at the moment. So, and one of the guys who wrote the author was like one of the founders of National Novel Writing Month, which was really interesting to me. And so far I'm like kind of like into like the section 1, which is like talks about like the first few days of writing the writing novel month. And so now, next time I'm continuing on with week 2. So technically it is week 2. So I should be reading that right now. So yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. I find it very helpful. It has like a lot of advice. And too bad I didn't get to read this one beforehand that NaNoWriMo actually started, but oh well. And another book that I am currently reading also is called The Writer's Home Companion, an anthology of the world's best writing advice from Keats to Kunitz. And this is like a anthology, a collection of advice given by many authors. Like some authors include, let's see, Ursula Le Guin, Gloria Naylor, Donald M. Murray, and Tyler, Natalie Goldberg, pretty much like a bunch of authors I never heard of except Le Guin, but there's a lot of authors, and if you're looking for like a way of getting inspired while during National Writing Month, this is always helpful to read, and it's like not really like something that you just read all in the day, of course. It's more like you come back and forth, and whenever you're like stuck, you come back and you just read some of it. So I found some of it interesting. So far I'm not really super into it, but I do find some of it interesting a little bit. I'm not feeling inspired too much, but it's okay. I don't really read anthologies like this as much, so yeah. Another book that I'm reading is The Glass Castle by Janet Walls. I've been meaning to pick this one up, especially like after I saw the commercials for the movie. And my sister's been trying to get me to read this one, and she read it years ago. And she read it for a class, I think. But I was like, I'm not sure. But then when I saw the trailer, I was like, I'll read it. And so now I'm like reading through it. I mean, I usually just read it like whenever I'm out and about, like when I'm on the bus or something. So I'm getting through it. I'm taking my time. So yeah. Another book I am reading is called Dialogue. And this is pretty much talks about how to use dialogue in your writing. So if you're also struggling with dialogue in your novel, or sometimes whether if you're using it the right way or if you want to use it better or whatnot, this is kind of like good. And they also cover like how to overcome your fear from using it, because I didn't know that people actually are afraid to use dialogue in their stories. And it's like crazy because like I'm like using dialogue and I'm actually just like I'm open to it. So, but it's actually really interesting. It's actually fast paced. So it's not really just like slow, or it doesn't feel like you're reading like some type of really dense notebook that's very lecture-ish. So, yeah. No worry, I will have the link below, so in case you're interested in that. And lastly, a book that I'm getting started to read that I just started is Origin by Dan Brown. I've been waiting for this one for all year. I mean, I know I say this like a lot for about every single book that I read that like I've been waiting all along for this one, but this is the book that I've been waiting for so long for. Ever since I heard about it was coming out this year, I was like waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and I even reserved it ahead of time. And so I was like also following the newsletter of Dan Brown's newsletter mailing list, hoping, counting the days when it comes out. And so now I finally got my hands on it, and I'm getting ready to start it. So I'm excited, can't wait. So if you haven't read any of his books, Dan Brown, or just only read Da Vinci Code, you need to get caught up, man. It's really good. If you like thrillers, you like mysteries, you like art, codes, and all that stuff, it's awesome. So that's pretty much what I'm reading right now. So anyway, so to sum it up, these are the books that I'm reading a lot, but some of them are like working through and so on. And so hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what books are you currently reading, and if you know any helpful books that are good for writing for anybody who's looking to do any of need some help for the NaNoWriMo, which is always helpful. And if you read Origin yet, let me know in the comments below. And until next time, do subscribe and keep on and see like my whole process and stuff. And if you're interested in keeping up with my progress for NaNoWriMo, I constantly update on my Twitter page and also Instagram. So just keep up what's going on. So until next time, keep on reading.